Cheers, Kev, and morning, Al. Got a bit late getting on the road this morning. Just in time to see you, or both of you, disappear. VK6KIF, VK6KIF mobile.
Yeah, morning, Steve. VK6KIF mobile, VK6KIF. Yeah, actually, went and revisited one of your YouTube clips last night. The one on the Turlin, when you're doing the tune-up of the Turlin, and couldn't quite see the on the antenna analyzer what you had the bandwidth set for, but I was just saying to Kevin that the top-loaded resonator on 40 metres gives an extremely high Q, very, very sharp, pointy curve. And you can only move about 5 or 10 kcs either side, and you're way out of the band. But that Turlin looked to be fairly flat, so I couldn't quite see on the analyzer what bandwidth you had it set for. But what I did notice on the higher frequency traps, the bandwidth tends to flatten out a bit.
Yeah.
So interesting exercise. VK6CS, VK6KIF.
VK6KIF, VK6CS, both mobile. Yeah, I'm pretty sure from memory that was set to 500 kilohertz, the bandwidth on that antenna analyzer. Yeah, I'm sure it was. I'm pretty sure that all of that. Because what I've done is I've put the commonly used frequencies on each band in the memories, and I'm pretty sure that you know, if I'm doing something on 40 meters, I think it was on 40 meters. I just pick, you know, the appropriate memory, and it just comes up with 7093, and I'm pretty sure that it's all the other parameters are set. You know, so the bandwidth's set at 500 kilohertz. Now, from memory, that Turlin, it. I was trying to think now. I do remember when we were listening for Dick Smith on 20 metres when I was out bush, and I had it in the four-wheel drive. I optimised it for 14200, and it was fine. I can't remember what frequency Dick Smith was going to be on there, but I'm pretty sure that it was spot on for you know, a reasonable bit of the band, and it started. I can't remember now if I could use the whole band with it or not. But then again, you know, some people will say that you know, anything below 2.5 to 1 is acceptable. I don't think I'd be using an antenna with an SWR more than 2. But certainly sort of went up and down the band and had a chat, and you can optimise it for any given frequency, and you can see that on the analyzer. Yeah, maybe I'll do another video actually with the Turlin, and just try a couple of different bands and just show the response of it. It mightn't be a bad subject. Yeah, thanks for that. And yeah, I suppose you would think that the higher in frequency you go with your other antenna there, the more bandwidth you're going to get out of it. That sort of makes sense, you know, because everything is larger parts of a wavelength, isn't it? Whatever you're using there, your coils and everything else. So the Q, as the Q decreases, so the bandwidth increases. VK6KIF, VK6CS, both mobile.
Yeah, VK6CS, 6KIF. Yeah, I noticed that too. Definitely on the trapped vertical antenna with the 80 metre resonator on the top. The bandwidth on 80 metres is very, very narrow on the 4/5 VTV. So that yeah, the resonators certainly, high Q resonators definitely make a difference. Yeah, one thing that's very interesting is do you tune for optimum SWR, or do you tune for best
I know what he's. Yeah, I was just
because
gonna say, I know what he's gonna say.
the optimum frequency is not necessarily the best impedance. So I sort of tuned it because I was coming into the back of the A2. I sort of tuned it for nominally the closest Z to 50 ohms.
Yeah, that's what I do.
It seemed to work. It seemed to work quite fine. But in actual fact, it gives it about 5 kc's difference between the optimum frequency and the optimum impedance. I thought the solid state device would be happier working into 50 ohms, so that's where I tuned it. Seems to work. VK6CS, VK6KIF mobile.
VK6KIF, VK6CS, both mobile. Yeah, that's a very good point, Al. And yes, I do exactly the same thing. I tune it so that across the range I'm interested in, it's going to give me the impedance closest to 50 ohms. You know, being a solid state PA, I think you know they're happier. They're all tuned. When they leave the factory, they're all tuned for 50 ohms. You know, so that's I think that I'm sure that that's the way to optimise it. And the other thing too is, yeah, there might be a slight difference. I've noticed that with mine. With my UKID's antenna analyzer. Now, if you look at that video that I did comparing that with the Roden Schwartz, you know, with the professional antenna analyzer, there was a difference. If I optimised it with Roden Schwartz, then it was slightly off with regard the UKIDs. Now, it's a little disappointing that the Roden Schwartz doesn't display impedance. It displays return loss, and it's very easy to calculate the SWR return loss. But that's a by the by. But I thought, yeah, I would sooner, for amateur radio stuff, I would sooner use the UKIDs than the Roden Schwartz. So. But I do recall that. Now, obviously, the Roden Schwartz is, you know, it's a commercial piece of gear, it's a professional piece of equipment, and it's and it's pretty new, that unit. So I would be more inclined to believe that. And when that said it was optimised, that was slightly off of where the UKIDs. I don't know whether it was 5 kc's or what. I can't remember now, but it was slightly different to what the UKIDs indicated. So it could be just the setup on the actual calibration in the UKIDs isn't spot on. Maybe that'd be worth a look. Maybe VK6KIF, VK6CS, both mobile.
Yeah, VK6CS, VK6KIF. Yeah, not long after I got the UKIDs unit, I put the inline SWR meter in, and they came up fairly close. I thought, okay, that's good enough. I wasn't overly concerned. I was reading much while I was indicating on the SWR bridge. Yeah, but certainly a good tool. Money well spent.
Yeah, for sure.
It was so easy just getting these resonators in the ballpark. You just unscrew it, slip the right end, pull it out, and you can see exactly where you were. Anyway, Steve, hit that part of the journey where I'm going to get in the noise. So I'll say 73s. Always good to talk to you, and yeah, it was quite handy having those YouTube clips just as a reference library. Yeah, I had a quick look at that one last night there. So yeah, keep it up. VK6CS, VK6KIF. Thanks for listening. Catch you later.
Yeah, cheers, Al, and once again, thank you for those kind words, mate. I've got the GoPro running in the car this morning, so if there's no objection from yourself, I might upload this QSO a little bit later on. So it's going to be a beautiful day. I'm going to be charging around in the 4-wheel drive today, or whether I'm going to be stuck in the office. I hope it's the former. Cheers, Al. I'll catch you later.
Yeah, no problem, Steve. VK6KIF, VK6KIF, that mobile. Matter of fact, I've got that plate in the car today. It'll go in the press for straightening. No worries. Have a good day. VK6KIF, clearing closing.
Yeah, no worries, Al. Cheers, mate. And yeah, while you're in there, you might want to give your wallet the same treatment. You know, that might make it a little more manageable.
I'm stuck for a moment on that one. Catch you later.
I was just going to say no comment. Oh well, I think I'll probably put this on the channel. So if I do, thanks for watching. Catch you again.